equals imagine you're out on the course. The sun's shining, birds are chirping. You've hit the perfect drive. And then something absolutely bizarre happens. Not just a great shot or an embarrassing miss, but something so weird that even the most die-hard golf fans couldn't predict it. Today, we're diving into the 15 golf moments so weird, nobody saw them coming. The kind of stuff that makes you shake your head, laugh out loud, and wonder if golf secretly lives in an alternate universe. These aren't your typical 1. The time a player hit 2 balls at once. Picture this. A professional golfer at the tee, perfectly lined up, swings, and somehow connects with 2 golf balls simultaneously. Yes, 2 balls. You might think this was intentional, but it wasn't. The golfer didn't notice the extra ball in his stance. The result? A chaotic flight path where one ball soared straight while the other veered off unpredictably. It wasn't a record-breaking drive, but it instantly became one of the most talked about bloopers in golf history. What made it even funnier was the player's reaction, almost like he expected it to happen. A shrug, a grin, and maybe a mental note to check his tee box next time. 2. The bird that interrupted a championship shot. Golf and wildlife have a long history, from gophers nibbling at greens to seagulls snatching snacks. But this moment was something else. Swooped down from above, almost as if it had rehearsed the interruption. The bird landed directly on the green, right in the ball's path. The golfer waited, unsure of what to do. The crowd gasped. The bird, meanwhile, seemed perfectly content, hopping around like it owned the place. After what felt like an eternity, the bird finally flew off, perhaps bored or long enough in the spotlight. She made the putt, but that bird stole the show. 3. The invisible ball. Mystery. In an afternoon Pro-Am event, one golfer hit a shot that disappeared, literally. He swung, watched the ball rise, and then vanishing. It simply wasn't there anymore. Spectators and officials searched high and low, in bushes, in water, even in golf carts. Nothing. Hours later, someone found the ball in the upright pocket of another player's rain jacket. Nobody knew how it got there. The golfer swore he didn't pick it up. The other player denied touching it. Some speculated teleportation. Others blamed mischievous caddies. But the truth? Still out there somewhere, probably basking in golf's strangest Houdini act. 4. When the flagstick became a teammate. Normally, golfers remove the flagstick before putting, but one pro decided not to. In fact, he used it. With his ball sitting right near the hole and the flagstick still in place, he took the most casual putt ever and knocked the ball off the stick before it dropped in. The crowd initially thought it was a mistake, until they realized it was intentional. He executed it like a trick shot artist, leaving everyone in awe. It wasn't just skill. It was pure weirdness that hardly anyone saw coming. 5. The hole-in-one. That missed sounds impossible, right? A hole-in-one that misses? Bear with me. This happened during a charity event where someone hit a shot that literally stuck on the lip of the hole, suspended just above the edge, teetering like it was debating its life choices. For what felt like forever, the ball just sat there, then rolled backward, leaving the golfer and crowd stunned. Everyone expected a celebration. Instead, we got the weirdest non-ace ever. 6. A shot deflected by a flying insect. Yes, insects. You think wind and water make golf unpredictable? Try nature's tiniest interruptions. The ball that bounced back from space. Okay, not literally from space, but this is one of the most inexplicable bounces in golf. A golfer hit what looked like an ordinary drive. It climbed, faded, and hit something hard. Spectators watched as the ball bounced back toward the tee box. Not sideways, not a short hop, back. No one could identify what it hit. One theory? A buried sprinkler head. Another? A small meteorite buried beneath the turf. Either way, this shot defied explanation. 8. The unplanned hole-in-one celebration. Golfers dream of aces, and when it happens, fans go wild. But one golfer had the celebration before the ball even reached the hole. As he made his swing, his friends behind him started cheering. thinking it was going to be an ace. The golfer turned around, confused, mid-swing. Unsettled, he watched the ball miss the hole entirely. The crowd went from celebration to sympathy applause in seconds. It was like watching a movie with the ending spoiled incorrectly. 9. When two players hit the same ball. No, this isn't a practice swing mishap. It was competitive. Two golfers lined up on the fairway during a shotgun start. Both reached for what they thought was their ball, only to realize they'd been playing the exact same ball. One had stepped away to take a drink. The other stepped in and hit it. Then the first came back and did the same. They looked at each other, shrugged, and continued. One guy still finished better than the other. Golf etiquette was questioned for weeks. 10. The golfer who took a nap. Mid-round professional golf requires full focus, usually, but this player decided that his cart was just a little too comfortable. After a few early holes with nothing extraordinary happening, he sank into his seat and promptly fell asleep. Caddies, fans, and even other golfers walked by. Not a single person woke him up. Tee times waited, birds sang, time ticked. He woke up just in time for his tee shot on the next hole, stretched, and carried on like nothing weird had happened. This might be the most relaxed golfer in history. 11. The wind that reversed itself mid-shot. Wind can ruin drives, and golfers know that. But this bizarre event featured wind that changed direction as the ball traveled. One minute it was pushing the ball left, the next minute it was pushing it right, all mid-flight. The result? A curving shot that seemed like it had a mind of its own. Fans watching couldn't decide if it was awesome or unfair. But weird? Absolutely. 12. The spectator. That stole the show. Golf crowds are usually calm, quiet, respectful, except during major brawls or sudden rainstorms. But here's a moment that nobody expected. A spectator watching from behind the ropes suddenly ran onto the fairway and began mimicking the golfer's swings. Not malicious, just bizarre. Security rushed over, but the golfer at play paused, watched, then laughed. The moment turned into an impromptu comedy sketch that had the entire gallery smiling. Sometimes the crowd becomes the entertainment. And this was one of those times. 13. The golf ball that went the wrong way. You think you've hit a bad shot? Try watching a ball go completely reverse. During a windy tournament, one golfer's drive veered so far offline that it looked like it was heading for another hole, only to suddenly change direction and fly back toward the tee box. Players on other holes were confused. Marshals scratched their heads. The crowd laughed and applauded the spectacle. That shot didn't win any prizes, but it wins the award for most unexpected flight path. 14. The caddy who accidentally improved the shot. Caddies are trusted advisors. They carry clubs, spot lines, and offer advice. But one caddy accidentally kicked a loose ball while looking for a tee, only to send it rolling into the perfect position for a putt. What should have been a penalty became a fortunate break. The golfer made the putt, and the crowd went wild, not just for the shot, but for the hilarity of how it happened. A mistake? Yes. A lucky one? Absolutely. 15. The shot that changed golf history. Okay, so this one isn't quirky in the traditional sense, but sometimes the weirdest moments are the ones we don't expect to matter, until they do. In a major championship, a relatively unknown golfer hit a shot that, by all logic, shouldn't have succeeded. The ball hugged a slope, defied gravity, and found the cup. That single shot didn't just win the tournament. It changed how players approached that course forever. Golf instructors studied it. Fans replayed it. And that moment became a legend for reasons nobody could have predicted. What makes golf so weird? After all these moments, you might ask, why does golf seem to attract the unpredictable? Here's the truth. Golf is a game of precision in an environment ruled by chaos. Unlike other sports played in controlled environments, golf exposes every shot to weather that changes by the second, terrain that laughs at logic, wildlife that doesn't care about competition, physics that sometimes seems optional, and that's exactly why we love it. In golf, you can prepare all you want, but you never know what twist awaits. So, what's the weirdest golf moment, according to you? Was it the ball stuck on the lip of the hole? The mysterious disappearing ball? The golfer who napped mid-round? Here's a challenge for you. Drop your favorite weird golf moment in the comments and tell us what happened if you witnessed it live. Maybe you've seen a ball bounce in a way that defies explanation. Maybe you've been interrupted by a goose mid-putt. Or maybe, just maybe, you once hit 2 balls at once like a golf Gandalf. Whatever it is, share it below. Because golf's weird moments are too good not to talk about. Golf is unpredictable, strange, often hilarious, always fascinating. Whether you've been playing for years or just enjoy watching the pros struggle with a windy day, the weirdest moments remind us that golf isn't just about skill. It's about the stories we tell long after the round is over. And trust me, these stories are the ones we remember. If you enjoyed this list, let me know which moment shocked you most, and I'll bring you more unbelievable golf stories next time. Until then, keep watching, keep laughing, and most of all, keep swinging.